All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Oilers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Here's Hill on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. First carry for Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. To throw is Wentz. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. Carries up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 21-0 our score after one. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. Back to throw, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A give running right is Chubb. Gets through, and now an opening. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Kill. Hey, Alpha. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Wentz now on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Into the red zone, Wentz. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Here's Watson. That's complete to Sterling. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
This will be caught by Brown. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Solid.
They begin this drive with Chubb. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.